What's up, guys? Yeah, today I'm doing something that I've never done before in my life, and that is making a tutorial video of a game. Never done it in my life, never. So please bear with me. But yeah, some of my faction members asked me to do this tutorial video for them, and yeah, so here it goes. This is a basic tutorial video of Stronghold Kingdoms. I cannot go into the advanced tutorial videos yet, as we do not have the capabilities of going to war yet with anyone. We're not at war with anyone yet. And trust me, I don't want to be at war with anyone yet. So here we go. First of all, guys, I'm not going to hide anything from you. I'm not going to hide my gold. I'm not going to hide my cards. I'm not going to hide anything from you. I want to prove to you guys that I'm not a heavy carder. I have a few cards, well, more than a few cards, but I'm not playing that much cards. I try to keep my cards for when I need them, okay, and I don't want to spend too much money on this game, so I'm not a heavy carder, and I'm definitely not the best Stronghold player that there is, so maybe take some advice of mine, but question something. I don't know if you can get something out of this video or not, but here we go. First of all, you need to ask yourself one question. What do I want to do in Stronghold Kingdoms? Do I want to be a banqueter? Do I want to be a supplier? Do I want to go into military, or do I want to be a monker? Now, that's the first thing you want to ask yourself. And the second thing you want to ask yourself is, how fast do I want to reach the level of Prince or Crown Prince, or do I even want to reach that level at all? Because you get two kinds of players on Stronghold Kingdoms. You get the long-lasting players. They normally rank up to the level of Prince and Crown Prince. And then you get the players that are only around for a couple of months and they leave the server. And they will only rank up to the level of Knight, Baron or Viscount. So that's the first thing you need to do. The second thing you need to do is you need to ask yourself, how long do you want to wait for something to happen? Are you a patient guy, or are you an impatient guy? That's the second thing. And if you ask yourself these questions, then you will need to do a study on how to research in this game, because the research in this game is going to determine everything. It's going to determine your playstyle. It's going to determine what you will be able to do and what you will not be able to not to do. So that's very important to ask those questions for yourself. After you've done that, you're going to go to your research over here. When you get to your research, you're going to go industry, military, farming, education. First of all, if you go only to the level of Knight, Viscount, Baron, whatever you want to go to, and that's not all the way to the level of Prince or Crown Prince, you need to go into one research aspect. You're going to go into industry, military, farming or education. So when you go into military, that means you're going to be a player that uses the military to attack other players. You're going to break open castles, you're going to cap, you're going to raise, you're going to do all of that kind of stuff. But on this new kinds of servers, like the Europe 4 I'm playing on at the moment, you can only raise when you reach the level of Prince. So we will see a lot of Princes on this server. We will see a lot of players not going only to the level of Knight and Baron, but they will actually go all the way to the level of a Prince. And if you play on one of the previous servers, well then yes, you can still go to the level of Knight, for instance. So if you want to go into military, you're going to max out the military tree. And I mean you're going to max out everything in here. Okay, the reason why I say this is it's better to be good at something than to be bad at everything. If you put all your research into military, you're going to be great at military. If you put only a little bit of research into military and a little bit into everything else, you're only going to be a little bit good in everything. You're not going to be extremely good at something. So it's better to put your research into one aspect only. If, like me, you're going to go all the way to the level of Prince, then you're going to go and you're going to do a little bit of everything, and you're going to keep in mind that you want to rank up a little bit faster. So you're going to go to your education, for instance, and you're going to max out your literature and you're going to max out your decoration. After you've done that, you want to max out your arts. When you're done with that, you want to max out your theology, because all of these buildings will give you what? Honor. It's going to generate honor on a daily basis. Another thing that's good to go to will be your philosophy, because this will give you research points for a little bit cheaper, which is also a good thing. Another thing will be your justice. Now, the justice buildings, they give you a lot of honor. This will generate you a lot of honor, so this is also a good thing to go to. When you're done with that, you will definitely need the traders to be able to buy and sell. You will also need mathematics to complete your research points a little bit faster. You will also need engineering, a little bit of engineering, so that you can hold more goods. You will also need farming. You will also need to be able to supply your villagers with ×4 consumption rates that will generate honor. You will definitely need hops farming, because that will give you ale, will also generate you honor on a daily basis. You will also need wood and stone, because then you can build. If you can build, then you can keep on progressing. And then, the most important thing of level and leveling fast is to have gold. If you have gold on Stronghold Kingdoms, you can do everything. And the way that I do gold is I have pitch maxed out, and if I go to my village number 4, you will see that I have a lot of pitch production here. Now this doesn't look like much, but if I click here, and you will see that I generate 45,823 pitch per day with 21 buildings, and that is without cards. This is without cards. Then I have gold, so I can use this gold to buy research points. I can use this gold to buy armor and weapons. I can use this gold to buy captains. You can use this gold for anything in the game. So if you have gold, you can progress. If you go look at my villages, for instance, like this one, I completely bribe it and I get 30,000 honor a day. And this is without my faith buildings. I don't have any faith buildings yet. So this is a good amount of honor per day. The second thing is, if you go to my third village, you will see that this is the village where I actually tax them to make up for the bribery that I'm doing. So my tax amount that I get in is a little bit balanced. I don't really lose money, and nor do I gain money. I get my gold out of trades. So that's how I get my gold. If we go back to the research, you will see that this is how I've done this. I'm trying to get honor a little bit faster, okay? So banqueting, definitely you need banquets, but you can buy the banquets. If you have gold, you can buy banqueting goods, and you don't need to generate them, as this is a lot of research points, okay? And this is what you do when you want to rank up to the level of prince. You're going to go for all the research that will generate honor for you. You're not going to go into a single aspect of research. You're going to go into all of them so that you can get honor a little bit faster, okay? So there's two kinds of playstyles, and you need to determine which one you want to go for. You're only going to go into one aspect and go to the level of knight or baron. Well, great. Then you need to be great at something instead of bad at everything. So if you want to go for supplier, you're going to go into industry and farming only. If you want to be a banqueter, you're going to go for industry and farming only. If you want to be into military, you're going to go for military only. If you want to be a monk, you're going to go for a little bit farming, little bit industry, and a lot of education. If you want to go to the level of prince or crown prince, you're going to go for everything. You just need to decide what you want to do and how you want to do it. If you got that down, then you can start with your research, okay? The second thing is your castles, obviously, and your villages. Villages like this, I'm generating everything. This is not a very neat placement of a village. The only reason why I place my villages like this, if the pigs will stop squealing, the only reason why I place my villages like this is I want more ground and more space for my theology buildings once I get them. And I've placed it like this so that I get maximum production out of everything. Like my food is high production, my weapons, my stone, my wood, everything is high production. And if you go here, you will see that I'm giving them ×4 food, and I'm giving them ×4 ale, so I'm getting good honor out of this. Okay, but this village I'm taxing them a lot, so I'm only getting good gold out of this. Then I have my village that generates gold for me. After that, I have another 2 villages that generates honor for me. Okay. Then your castle design. Guys, castle design, that is a whole tutorial video on its own. I will go through that in another tutorial video. The only thing I would suggest is to get your center protected like this with great towers, and just put archers on the towers just to keep out the AI attacks. When it comes to building a castle to defend against players, I will go into that a little bit later. This is not my ultimate castle design, guys. This is a bad castle design, to be honest with you. But this world is still new. It's day 50. I'm not going to be attacked anytime soon with timed attacks from 20 princes. So I don't really need that good castle at the moment. I will go into castle designing in another tutorial video. Okay, so for the basics, remember your research. Remember, you need to decide how you want to do it and the way you're going to go with it. Okay, after you've done that, work on your research and work on your villages. And then for the next tutorial video, we will go into the castle designing, and we will go into attacks and the military placement of troops. Okay, and I want to do a tutorial video of captain tactics as well, as a lot of players underestimate captain tactics. Not a lot of players understand captain tactics, so I will cover that as well. Guys, if you like this video, please leave a thumbs up, and if you want to see more of these videos, subscribe to my channel. And thanks for watching as always, guys. Bye.